internet. Hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to the Hermit Gamers playthrough of X-Men Legends 2. We are playing hardcore, and we are playing solo, and we are playing as Cyclops, one of the weaker characters, but one of the more suited to a solo playthrough. We're going to try to get in there. We did just try to scream and have some technical difficulties, so hopefully we've ironed all of that out. Anyway, let's go.
Let the games begin.
Yes, let the games begin indeed. Now. Aha! Oh, the suspense there. The suspense kept me in suspense. So I like that, like, no one else plays this game. And, like, I just kind of corner the market on, X-Men Legends 2 challenge content streaming. The thousands of people crying out for that will have no choice.
I was sent to me. No, you'll have to also.
Now, there's a reason.
Don't forget.
I do the core first.
Anytime.
Because the core is harder. It just is. This isn't free. The Infinite Factory. It definitely has some difficulty, and for someone like Cyclops, can be even more difficult again. The main problem for Cyclops here, and the reason why I'm sort of dreading it a little bit, is pretty much a lot of the... Wait, hold on.
Was that your best shot?
A lot of the enemies here are going to be more or less immune. What was that? Incredible. Incredible. Oh. C'est incroyable. Notre fabuleuse. Anyway, enough of my absurd accents. Now, yeah, these guys, they're dicks. Actually, maybe I'm mistaking these infinites with the New York infinites. Either way, this factory... Yeah, I think I must genuinely be mistaken with the New York infinites. You do not want to get, like, just sprayed with all of those beams. So yeah, I have no shame in just, like, slow-kiting that entire group back. Like, life will get a little bit easier for us at level 28 when we unlock Polarized Beam. Our damage will get a little buff. The problem then is that we can't max all of our abilities. All the abilities that I need, they can't all be used. Something has to be sacrificed, and it's probably going to be Polarized Beam. Like, just put that one point in it, enjoy it for a little while, it's going to quickly fall off, and then it just has to be left to fall off.
You're not doing so well.
Cut into the trap.
This one's out.
See, these guys, they can do a decent amount of damage, but you have to judge the damage on the basis of, like, okay, but now imagine if they have an aura. Suddenly, they can freaking melt. But we're going through here relatively comfortable. It looks like, as is often the case, the hardest acts in the game are going to be Act 4. Act 4 is so brutal.
Who's next?
Like, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 all have their kind of danger zones. So they all have danger zones. The danger zones in Act 3 are way more dangerous. The core is one of the most dangerous places in the game. Even if you ignore the ledging, there's just a consistent flow of like melee enemies that can potentially stunlock and kill you. The odds of them actually doing it are not that high, but if they have a little bit of support, you know, if you maybe don't have a good amount of potions, whatever, like, you know, you just haven't refilled them in a bit. You know, there's a lot of things that can happen. Or they could have an aura, or they could, you know, they could just be positioned on the tile set with like higher DPS enemies. Bro, yeah, that's it. Try to close the side. Walk into the trap. There it is.
This one's out.
So you have to like have your brain turned on in the right way through the entire run of the core. This one, it's kind of more brain AFK, but yeah, I don't have the chunk for that funk. Or I don't have
Sure
the
you
funk
wanna
for that
keep this
chunk.
up?
I don't know. It does something to do with funk and chunk. Okay, I don't have either. I have no chunk and I have no funk. I'm just
Nice try,
chunkless and
punk.
chunkless. Brr. Leave me alone. Like, now see how they kill the trap? There is a teensy bit of finesse in how you use the trap, mostly in like the spacing and making sure it doesn't just get insta-clapped and turned off. Was come bother me over here. There we go.
Oh, sorry about that.
Very
I am
nice.
definitely stronger.
Now, I believe I can get a point in polarized. Yeah, okay. They're good. Good. I am going to have to get a respec at some point. Such as life though. So, polarized beam, as you can see, is a proper ranged AoE attack. In practice, it's kind of like a cone of damage. Like a cone that radiates out from the first thing you hit. But it can also hit things like terrain pieces. And it can branch out from there. It's very EP hungry, but that's fine. Like, Scott's always going to be EP hungry. Nothing you can do about that. He doesn't have any like free damage skills. The closest he has to a free damage skill is this. Because this does like consistent damage per second. It can do a surprising amount of work, assuming you have decent gear that gives you plus damage. Okay, so I can't get past here. Where are we going?
Oh, sorry about that.
So this is a kind of little trap thing where like they get more and more immunities as they come out. And you can kill them for EXP if you want. Alright, hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... So 3, 4. Okay, 4, but that means it's 3 for me. Ability 4, 5, 6, 7. Ability 7. Right. This will take just a moment. Into the keybinds, and we have... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's 4. And 7. And that being the case, I don't actually need keybinds for those. Well, I kind of do, but... Oh, what? Okay, that's a little bit wrong. Alright, I'm just gonna reset that back to how it was. And I'll sort it out sometime when I'm not on stream. Four, five, six, 7. It's gonna make using except yeah, it's gonna make using some of these abilities annoying because I have to use this.
Who's next?
Yeah, this little doovie is... People say that in other countries. They call things doovies. Or wait. We can go even better than this. There's a doovie, right? And then there's a doovalaka. I don't know if like people from other countries understand the difference, but there's definitely a difference. But yeah, he's dancing. Anyway, doobie is just like a thing that you use to do a thing. It's like, I don't know, let's say like you need a screwdriver, but you can't remember what a screwdriver is called. Oh, give me the doover. Because it doos, you know? You guys get it. Alright, I think I might actually need to go back to that spot. No, there should be some way to do this without...
You can purge the DNA tanks by aligning the... Or, you'll have to figure...
Alright, so we need to align these. Or I'll just grab someone who has my... and they can like break things. Oh, that auto-targeting. Yep. Shoot it into the freaking void. Thank you.
Who's next?
Yeah, you see the polarized beam definitely helps. It would be so good if I could actually like have points for it. This is the worst. Oh, okay, so I can just shoot that. Well, that makes sense. But yeah, poor Cyclops. Like everything. Like almost everything about him that like makes him like, you know, like his damage would always be low. That's just, there's no getting around, especially single target damage. But it's not, like as long as you can pump a lot of energy, then it's not the worst. But, you know, one of the things that just sucks about trying to build Cyclops is you just don't have enough points because, you know, where most characters are going to have like a primary damage ability that is like maybe here or something and takes this many skill points to max. If you're really lucky, then maybe you just have like these two and it's just... No. Fucking Cyclops has this. Without this, he has bugger all single target damage against things that might destroy the turret. Otherwise, you could just go all in turret. So, yeah. I mean, the way to do it is to like leave auto artillery on like one tick, because it can still CC, and then you start actually pumping points into polarized beam. That's kind of the way you have to do it, and it sucks because auto artillery is such a freaking good ability. And honestly, this playthrough, I might even just hard focus auto artillery and his normal blast.
Wait.
Now, if you take him into Nightmare, you kind of need auto artillery. Well, you don't need it, but it's like you freaking want it because it gives you a secondary like damage channel. Ah, frick, destroyed it. Oh my god, I'm getting like fucked by hotkeys already.
Let's keep moving.
Oh, it's Agent Mackenzie.
My target's down.
Il se montait par ma edge. Du Canada. Je parle du Canada, you know. Oui, oui.
Wait, I'm on your side. My name is Robert McKenzie. I am a special agent
Special
for Department
agent.
H.
Oh, très fabulous.
Oui, but now
Oh, oui,
I am
oui,
the one who
oui.
needs. I came here très bon.
Très bon. There's no way he would know what a Duver is. God forbid a Duver lack of. There's just no way.
You'll have oil.
Most you'll have to.
But yeah, I kind like so I say like
sorry
if you
about
want to
that.
try to play this game hot like solo hardcore, if you don't really know the game, like you don't know it as well as I know it, you will die playing Cyclops. Almost certainly. Maybe you just have like really good reaction times, really good. I forget. Like young people are better at gaming. I'm fucking old, but you know maybe you just do it because you just moved there. A lot of people are.
My target's down.
It's genuinely making me cry. Okay, okay. I put skill 7, and skill 7 for some reason brought over Optic Rage rather than Polarized Beam. So what I actually wanted was 6. 2, 3, 4. So that would be 3, I think? Or 4 and 6, I don't know. I'm gonna make this work because I'm gonna like lose my freaking mind if I have to use this thing the way it's like trying to make me use it. Alright, 6, 6, 6. Okay, so power 6 is going to be button 2, and power 4 will be button 3. Yeah? How about that? Aha! I believe we have successfully done a thing that will, you know, greatly increase our capabilities going forward. One thing I do want to do though is I do want to make sure I have a hotkey for the radial just because like it's so good for breaking boxes and breaking boxes manually. So yes, that would be power 3. So I'll make that button 4. Wait, did I just screw that up? No, I don't think so. Alright, so. Hold on. That's...
I'd need more energy for that.
Bro, I can't tell if it's polarized beam or not because it's... Okay, it is. Alright, so that's polarized beam, that's that, and that's... Alright, alright. I should just do this at the start of like any solo playthrough. Like, just step 1 should just be like set up keybinds. The problem though is that like your keybinds...
Let's keep moving.
You know, your keybinds do evolve a little bit. Like, you see how good he is at these range duels now, like... But as I say, this... As long as you play to his strengths of, like, setting up the trap to, like, be a second player and kind of cover you, and then just, like, shoot everything at range. And then, you know, always remember that you can, like... You can bait enemies by just, like, denying them a sideline.
Oh, sorry about that.
And, you know, that melee enemies will just literally park straight to you. So you can always kite them back to separate them from range mobs. So just remembering those things and then, like, putting all that into practice playing as Cyclops. And it will make your life easier if you were playing any other character. We just want to kind of like tease them a little bit and bring them into the trap. And look at that. It's like you can kind of manipulate auto-targeting and work with it, but like at least for me, my like old man brain, it needs a few seconds to make those calculations, and that's why I get so angry with it. Because sometimes I'm just like, I want to just point and then press the button and like do the thing, and then I press the button and it doesn't, like, it just denies me that sometimes. Yeah, look at these like range duels now, and like we can poke so far away. And we can like poke around corners and do all this like super safe, just like and most range enemies in this game have some amount of like damage fall off or something, or at least it almost definitely seems that way. So just being further away from them makes everything safer. Also, yeah, I see. So if we can be permitted to auto-target that guy.
Who's next?
So this can be the danger of polarized beam, is that like, well, A, I've just used all my energy, which is cool. This guy's to death. But that's fine. We go buy some more energy. Like, I'm not gonna not do damage as Scott because I want to frickin' stockpile trillions of tech bits. I don't need them for anything. But yeah. A possible danger of polarized beam is that it can destroy destructibles sometimes that you may not necessarily want to destroy. But that's true of every AoE ability. It just seems to be particularly like good at chunking them. Like most, particularly walls, can usually take like at least one hit. Sometimes
Did you need help with anything?
Do I want that? Mental damage is like not the highest value, but that does have a lot of other good stats. Oh yeah, that's really good actually. Yeah, let's hold on to that. And what do we got here? Electricity damage striking. I kind of prefer this still, but what we have more visionary and then inspired. All right, that's cool. I would really like to have lightning damage on my gear rather than
Hi again.
energy
What
because
can I
we
get
already
you?
do energy damage. Can we afford that? Yeah, we can afford that. It's fine. It's a little bit spicy, but it's fine. Everything's fine. And I don't even know if I'm gonna put that point in the beam. Hold on. The odds of that extra point changing any kind of break point, I don't think are in its favor. But we're going to be getting our respec suit anyway, so.
Let's keep moving.
Grab danger room. Hit by that. I actually used the wrong button there, but.
Enemy units at this location.
You just deny them a sightline.
My target's down.
Bait them into the trap. And off they go.
There should...
Time to rock.
Congrats.
So Scott can overload that without having to like run to the side objective, which I mean, doesn't make much difference. The side objective is usually not that far. And usually the game will spawn like a boss mob or an elite pack or something to kind of defend the objective, so it's not really a bad thing
Nice try, punk.
to go do it. Yeah, this thing saves us so much EP. Like this thing just negates a lot of like close range attackers who are otherwise like pretty dangerous because you know, starting at around Act 3, the close range attackers start to like do a lot of hard CC. Lots of knockdowns, stuns, pop-ups, just generally, you know, messing you about.
Locate.
Now, when you're playing someone like Colossus, these things don't matter that much. But, yeah, when I go through there, that spawns a boss mob.
Let's keep moving.
Or not necessarily a boss mob, but it can spawn boss mobs, but usually it's just like a little mob that will come rushing at you, and those big guys have CC, like they can chain CC you. It usually takes more than one of them to get the job done, but I don't want to take the risk, so. What's in here? I don't see any enemies.
You're dead for.
So like these guys, we just deny them the sight line.
Nice
I
try,
come in and
punk.
throw some more damage at them just to quick. And
Was
that's
that your best shot?
what you kind of hold for, you know?
My target's down.
Like when you come around a corner completely forgetting that the game is going to spawn a very dangerous boss mob. Like, on top of your freaking head. You know, ults are either for stuff like that, or for stuff that can just melt you at range and that you just can't, like, approach at all. Which is very rare for Scott. Like, that's one of his strengths. And yeah, honestly, I think I'm just going to keep pumping this for now. Because this is giving free damage to all three abilities. And when I say free, I mean in the sense of, like, it's not increasing the EP cost of the abilities. It's like this, we can literally just AFK these little hallways. Well, we could if I didn't keep messing with my hotkeys, but I just changed them. They are better now, but it's just going to take a minute or two for them to actually get locked in the brain.
My target's down.
There's a lot of unpleasant stuff down that hallway.
My target's down.
I don't want to smoke. Like that. That's so freaking dangerous.
My target's down.
And if you don't have the trap to run back to there, you can get into a lot of trouble. Because what can happen is that that guy just CCs you. And then while you can't do anything, the other enemies like path up to you, they get into his aura. It increases their damage, you think everything's fine, and then it's just like, boom, and you just get burst down. I love not being able to target the trap. It's so cool. I can't even target it with meatless. Like I can't attack the trap. What the fuck is going on here?
That's too heavy.
I got this one.
Nice try, punk.
That prick. The kiting. Enough. I had a feeling it would like want to lock me in there.
Who's
And then-
next?
Of course, I balk myself with my hotkeys. Luckily, that guy didn't have a particular damaging aura or anything. I never even knew you could destroy that door. My guess is that probably the characters who can destroy it easily, like Colossus having his charge that just like one taps environmentals. Okay, this.
Nice try, punk.
And see, that's where like the trap is super nice. You know, I say that about so many things, but like it's almost like having another player, someone to just watch your back. Because the thing there is like while you're trying to destroy that, these guys will run and then they'll start CCing you, and then more of them will spawn, and then the robots come, and it can just be like a mess. It shouldn't usually kill you or anything, but it just like it's a mess. I don't want to deal with messes. Messes are messy. I want this run to be clean. The thing with a game like this is like it looks easy, and that's
Merci
because
beaucoup.
like when you're winning it looks
Bonne
easy. Because in order to win, like you know, if you're playing like this where you're like, okay, well I die, that's just it. And when you solo, when you die, that is just it. You either go back to a save or you know start again. And I typically do.
You did a fine job of I'm their lead, Puck. Anytime.
Yeah, I typically will start again. Now this is gonna be funny, because these guys are just gonna walk around. Okay, that's... Alright, I've gotta... I gotta somehow get it, like, settled in my brain that that's
Oh, sorry about that.
not the button for us.
You have
I wonder if the game will let me target this.
Let's keep moving. I don't have enough power to do that.
Auto-targeting any game that fucking shares console and mouse. It's just absolute piece of shit, really. I don't know. Look, I like crossplay. I like cross compatibility. I don't think that
This one's out.
okay, I can still use the hotkey for that, so maybe that's just a better way to do it. Jesus, now I want to use the flash and I end up using that. Just in case we get some jerks showing up. Oh, did that electrical thing break my
Who's next?
disrespect? Never even noticed that happened in the past. Wow, I can't put it like anywhere near the electric. That's crazy. Not that I really need to. I just put it back there so I have someone to run back to. Because it's way safer to have a trap behind you and run back to it than to try and place one in front of enemies. I know I often end up placing one in front of enemies.
Let's keep moving.
Often that's because I'm going for the wrong key. And these guys literally just let them like walk into it and get CC and die. It's really nice. And like I just wanted to like poke them so they would come down and die for free while I can break the drums here. Always nice when you can do something like that.
Oh, sorry about that.
Parkour, parkour. Parkour, parkour. Parkour, parkour.
Target's in range.
Let's keep moving.
Auto targeting. So bang, so good. Perfect exhibition of how to use the trap.
It's go time. We need backup.
My target's down.
Trap is such a good ability.
That's good. I'm pretty sure that...
You're done for. Hey!
Yeah, I was really hyped to do that level because of the level 30 equipment we get to snap on. This is not going to let me shoot that, and then it's going to force me to run forward for completely no reason, like I'm not even pressing it. And it's not going to let me shoot.
Oh, sorry about that.
God, that room is disgusting when you can't just press an invincibility button or something. Like, you just can't fucking target anything properly. Like, if you stand... Like, whenever there's elevation differences, just don't worry about it. Like, you really need to be on the same elevation as enemies to be able to hit them properly. Which means you have to come down into this fucking pit of misery where you want to instantly destroy this thing, but whether or not you can actually shoot at it depends on like the mood of auto-targeting. And then if you do the sensible thing and you retreat to the corners here, like your view just ends up completely balked. You can see like, you know,
Target in range.
maybe like half an inch around your character.
Let's keep moving.
Like that's one of those examples of like difficulty that just sucks for the player because it's just kind of expecting you to like flail around and not be able to like do anything properly, even if you like.
Nice try, punk.
Because it's like, oh well, if you position smart, you won't be able to see. If you try to position smart, like on the intro to fight, you won't be able to hit anything. So like you have to run out of position to do damage. And then if you try to find a good position within the bad position, you won't be able to see anything. And you still can't like prioritize targets properly because it's just this big like open pit and auto targeting skills.
Let's keep moving.
But that should really... Where did he come from? See how... Like, you just can't... Like, you cannot let enemies attack near the trap. It just gets the way it is. So anything the trap can't CC, basically just deletes it. Oh, this is so fucking annoying. Like, every time I stop to do the trap, he stops and attacks me and destroys the trap. Oh, this shit.
Who's next?
The keybinds on this game are nowhere near as bad as Diablo. Because Diablo, like everything... So the thing is, like, you know, you can fix keybinds. But as far as I understand, Diablo 2's like, at least Diablo 2 re whatever it's called, I forget. Re fucking Magic re whatever. The remake, the remake. Like, I have not been able to change the keybind of shift to potion your mercenary, and that's like an essential keybind. Like, keeping your mercenary alive is a huge deal in pretty much all meaningful gameplay in that game. So everything has to revolve around the shift key. I don't want it to, and I hate that it does. Like, it just makes the control scheme like really unpleasant for me. Whereas like this game, yeah, like a lot of games, it has a terrible hotkey setup and a bad control scheme, like to start with. But you can definitely help it out and fix it up a little bit. Anyway, we should be okay with 11 pots.
No.
Like, you see me trying to target that thing? It took so... But yeah, this is pretty much fine now. Once you get out of that starting area.
Sorry about that.
Like, Iceman is the most dangerous because of the freeze. But you saw how kind of spicy that got at the start. You just kind of have to, like, spam your ult and try to get some knockback or something, or smash up some of the projectors. But, like, for a build, for someone like Cyclops who doesn't have, you know, like a strong radial or just like... Basically, anyone who's going to struggle to destroy the actual computer things
No.
is gonna have a pretty bad time with that fight, particularly in that opening segment, because you almost always just get snap frozen, and then what happens is like Storm stuns you, and the stun allows you to get frozen again, and then one of the others slows you as well, so you're just like, even when you're not frozen, you're slowed, and then you're stunned, and then you can't move, and then you get frozen, and then it's just like a trap. But all in all, not too bad, especially considering boss fights are definitely this guy's weakness. Like, this guy is really good at just like going through the maps and clearing everything really safely, as long as you're patient. We are coming up on the hour mark here though. Hold on, I haven't talked to Heather with my EXP. So maybe we'll just leave it at the Infinite Factory getting finished today.
I can't
Or at
thank
least
you
for now.
enough
I
for
might
well
stream
you
again
have
later today
come back.
and do
The team has true.
the whatchamacallit, the schniggity-dig. I gotta sell a bunch of stuff. The Duva. Yeah.
Hi again. What can I get you?
The Mantri Temple, which is actually a really epic
There's a lot to choose from, huh?
App. Or map, whatever you want to call it. Now, I have enough for this. And we're going to grab it. And we're going to do our redistribute. So, we want this. We need them to get auto artillery. Then we grab that, and we grab optic rage. We chuck just a couple of points into mutant mastery, and then just probably dump visor upgrade as much as possible. Maybe save one skill point. Hold on, that's not going to be till level 35. That's level 31. We'll have a skill point for that though. That's level 32. We'll have a skill point for that. And oh, okay, we didn't actually max this out. So, oh, that's also 31. All right. Well, that's just look. This is just the way it is to play Scott. Like I could take a couple of points out of this and, you know, try to max all the damage abilities simultaneously, but you just can't keep up with it. And it's fine if like one or two of them lags behind. And it's almost always going to be polarized beam that does lag. It's fine. Like you can just use that to kind of thin out crowds, and then you bait them into the trap, and then you know you finish them off with your one shot, like one at a time beam. Anyway, I'm gonna save, I'm gonna end the stream, and be back later. I do like to do longer streams, but yeah, at the moment I'm just kind of doing what I can with the time I have at trying to play through like a full mission in each one.